Next, we look at an example of supervised learning that does prediction. Mathematica's example data contains a data set of passengers who are on the Titanic, and we're going to use these to demonstrate prediction. So each record, let's load this up. Each record shows what class the person was traveling, their age, sex, and whether they survived or not. So that's the data set. There are 1,309 rows, and there's 3 classes, first, second, and third, 2 sexes, 2 survival categories, and then age is a number, and in some cases, as you can see, the age is unknown. Okay, so we can check the length, even though we can see it on the bottom of the dataset display. We can see how many of these passengers have their age missing, 263. And we can use counts to see how many people are in each class. So majority of the passengers in third class and an approximately equal split for the other 2 classes. We can also use histogram and group by to group passengers by class, and one of the things that we see is there's a wider kind of distribution of first class passengers and second class passengers than there is of third class passengers. Most of the third class passengers were younger on average than the travelers in other classes. Here's this example select query. We want class, second class, age 19 years, sex female. That gives us 3 people. All 3 women survived. If we look at 19-year-old males traveling in second class, only 1 of the 6 survived. And if we look for someone who's not there, say a 52-year-old male passenger in third class, not there at all. Okay, so we can use this data to train a predictor, and basically the question would be, if we give it an age, a sex, and a class, what are the chances of survival? So we're going to do this by first creating a list of rules. And the list of rules are going to look like this. I'm just demonstrating this on the first 3 records. The first association, first class, 29-year-old female person survived. First class, 1-year-old male person survived. First class, 2-year-old female, the person did not survive. So this is our training data set. It's going to look like this. So we train a predictor, and we're using a method called nearest neighbors. And what nearest neighbors does is it predicts a particular request based on the examples that are closest to it. Okay, now we can try our predictor. So second class 19-year-old female, 90% chance of survival according to our predictor. Now we've already seen that all 3 of them survived. Only 1 of the 6 men in second class survived, 19-year-old men. And if we run the predictor, it rates the chances at 10%, which is a little less, but still pretty dire. Now there were no 52-year-old men in second class. Ask for this hypothetical person's chance of survival. Extremely low number. We can look for people around that, see what the nearest neighbors are to see where that prediction comes from. And as we can see, none of the late 40s or early 50s men on the Titanic did survive, so that prediction is pretty good.